Kalen's looking and he's not seeing anything.
Stay here.
Okay. Test, test, test. Test, 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 test. Test, test. Hi, Fletcher. Good morning. Test, test, test. Can you hear me? Test, 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 test. Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me? I'm talking. Can anyone hear me? Test, test, test. Test, 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 test. Can you hear me? Nothing? Talking, talking, talking. Huh. We have a mystery microphone connected to nothing. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Can you hear me? Anything? Nothing? 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 Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test.
Up there. We're getting a new air conditioner, but
Oh, it's not working?
yeah, it's not working. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, go where you're going to go, Chris.
Good morning, everyone. I invite you to take a moment to enter into a space of rest, meditation, and quiet contemplation as we enter this service with the ringing of the gong and listening to the prelude. Good morning. Welcome to Olympia Brown Unitarian Universalist Church. Welcome to everyone here in person and everyone joining us on YouTube, both now and in the future. I am Carolyn Churchill. My pronouns are she, hers. Our welcome words are from Alex Riley. It is good to be together in this co-created space where all are welcome. How you experience or express gender is welcome here. Who or how you love is welcome here. Where you are from and where you are in your journey is welcome here. Whether you come full of energy or find yourself running on empty, you are welcome here. You are part of a beloved community that is sacred because each of us is sacred. Each of us is always held in a larger love. It is good to be together.
Good morning. I'm Reverend Darren Utley, pronouns he, his. Delilah is lighting the chalice for us this morning. And I don't think this has a name, but here's some words to go along with it. Looking at this flame this morning reminds me that there are times in our lives where the flame can be like a wildfire, makes it a little hard to see. Sometimes you have to catch your breath. But usually works out in the end. Something comes from it. But this morning, I would like us to think of this flame as a controlled burn. There are things, weeds and thistles all around in our lives. There are things that have become overgrown that pull at us. And sometimes we need the flame of our time together, our intention to be transformed people of love in this world, to let that burn away. So may this time together, this chalice, our spirits united, be a controlled burn. May we come out of this time together as soil receptive to the seeds that are sown here. And may we flourish and bear fruit. I always forget to announce the hymn. It's going to be fun. The hymn this morning is number 38, Morning Has Broken.
And now it's time for the message for all ages. So if all the children and those young at heart can come on forward. So the book that I'm going to read to you this morning is called This Is a Moment by Micah Player. This is a moment. A moment is made when everything that came before meets what is happening now. Each moment is new. It's a song and how you hear it. It's a sunny day and how you feel it. There are fast moments, brave moments, crowded moments, peaceful moments, moments when you feel small, nervous, proud, and grateful. When you were born, everything that came before met somebody new. This, right now, is your moment. You can't miss it. You're happening right now. It's your laughter and how you hear it. It's your smile and how you feel it. Unlike anything. Part of everything. Big and bright, lighting the way to what's next. But not yet. So she's saying not yet because that's a graduation. No parent here is ready for that yet. But not yet. I'm so glad we're here at this moment right now. You and me, this is a moment. So I'm glad all of you are here right now. Everybody here is glad all of you are here right now. And I'm also glad all of you are here today. And now it's time for the children's blessing. We are blessed. We are blessed by being. We are blessed by being here. We are blessed by being here together.
There are many ways we give to the life of our church, and the monetary offering is just one of these ways. Each month, we partner with a local organization and share the money we collect. Our partner for July is Tiny Hooves Sanctuary. Tiny Hooves Sanctuary is dedicated to rescuing, rehabilitating, and providing forever sanctuary to abused and neglected farmed animals while inspiring positive change through the human and animal bond. Donations fuel our organization and make a direct impact on the lives of our 140-plus residents. In addition to lifelong care, we promote a vegan lifestyle through public education about animal individuality and facts about the animal agricultural industry. We recognize that pursuing liberation for animals should never minimize those who are also working in other social justice movements. And together, we have the power to create positive change in the world. Part of being in a community is sharing our joys and our sorrows with one another. We draw strength from celebrating the joys in each other's lives and lending support, comfort, and care when we experience one of life's many sorrows. We offer you 2 different ways to express the joys and sorrows that you may have on your heart this morning, spoken and unspoken. If you would like to share a spoken joy or sorrow, I'll ask you to come forward to the microphone first, or you may raise your hand and a microphone will be brought to you. Once the spoken joys and sorrows are finished, you may come forward and light a candle to represent the unspoken joy or sorrow that is on your heart. Please remember that our service is being streamed online, so please be sure that any spoken joy or sorrow you share is one you are comfortable sharing with a wider community than just inside these walls with us this morning. Those that would like to share a spoken joy or sorrow may come forward at this time.
Good morning. I'm Steve Hawk, he, him. 30 years ago, I was in the process of adopting Christopher, my oldest. And being fairly new to Racine, I was checking out a place. Well, where can I go with him that would be a nice, liberal, accepting community for a weird family like us? And so it was, you know, if I had known 30 years ago, I would want to come up here 30 years later and say this thing here. I would have written down the date. But I think it was July. And interestingly, a person that I didn't know at the time was speaking at the lay-led service, which was Mike Rood. So who knew? And that was the day I met Edwin. And so I just want to say it's been a real pleasure and a joy being here for 30 years. Thank you.
Ruth Bradford Johnson, she, hers. So first I want to celebrate that yesterday we celebrated Carl Hipp's life here. And this church was packed with people. I had to rack my brain for all those teacher people I knew from many years ago. Some who looked very different. Yeah, so I know Sue was just really pleased to have so many people. And it was really a celebration of cultures, which Sue had wanted, and that it was. We had gospel music, we had UU music, we had Morning is Broken. So, but really today, I want to share, if I don't lose it, which I just did, a message that came from Reverend Nancy McDonald Ladd, who is our Vice President for Communications for the UUA. And most of us did not get to participate in the General Assembly, but she shared with all of us online the words of the Episcopal Bishop, the Right Reverend Marion Edgar Budd or Buddy? How do you say that? Buddy. Okay, I asked Alexa, I wasn't sure if she really knew. But this is what the Reverend Buddy had to say. Unitarian Universalists across this country are among those to meet whatever the moment requires, the moment. The first to show up, to speak up, and embody truths that others in time come to embrace. It occurs to me that in the work of social justice and inclusion, Unitarian Universalists are almost always among those who go first. Going first is your gift, your vocation, and your strength. So she says that this bishop evangelized her in a new way, that we have to have the courage to go first into spaces of public witness, theological innovation, and into spaces that challenge us and change us, even when that change is difficult.
And if you would like to light a candle for any unspoken joy or sorrow, you may come forward at this time. We light one final candle for the joys and sorrows on the hearts of our beloveds joining us online. There is a love holding us always. May we rest in that love. Amen and blessed be. All are invited to singing, "There is a Love." The words are in your order of service.
Am I willing to stay back here behind this thing? Probably. Good morning again. You know, I probably say this every time that I come here, but, for me at least, once a month, to hear those verses again, it's very, very meaningful. It takes a lot right now to affirm those words. It takes a lot to wake up in the morning, listen to what's going on in the world, and think to yourself, there's a love holding all of this. But I believe it's true. And I'm glad that we sing it together. And I'm glad that I get to do it with you once a month, at least. And I've left my Bible over there, which is what I was going to read from. So now I'm going to go and get it. Might as well be prepared as well. So this morning, I want to just read a short parable. I feel like it's appropriate for this season, and I think it's appropriate for what I just said to you as well. So it comes from the 13th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew. It's called the Parable of the Sower, and many of you probably know it or have heard it in the past. And it goes like this. That same day, Jesus went out of the house and sat beside the sea. Such great crowds gathered around him that he got into a boat and sat there while the whole crowd stood on the beach. And he told them many things in parables, saying, "Listen, a sower went out to sow. And as he sowed, some seed fell on the path, and the birds came and ate them up. Other seed fell on rocky ground, where they did not have much soil. They sprang up quickly, since they had no depth of soil. But when the sun rose, they were scorched. And since they had no root, they withered away. Other seed fell among the thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked them. Other seed fell on good soil and brought forth grain, some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. Let anyone with ears listen." Now, I know that many of you maybe have heard this this parable, and maybe people even used it to, say mean things about you and call you rocky soil, or say that you've got thorns all around you, or something like that. But what I want to focus on about this parable, I'll smack myself later. About this parable is the very beginning. The idea that there's a sower going out, sowing seed. And later on in the gospel, it talks about how this seed is the good news. And they say the good news of the kingdom of heaven. All that means is it's the good news of whatever is the love that's holding us, desires for all of us to be and to do and have in this world. That is what is being sown. And I don't know if you saw when you came in, I had some illustrative material on the table there. And this is what I always find so, heartening about this season when you plant things and they grow, is that you start with one little seed. And if you catch this soon enough, you get some cilantro. If you don't, then you get this. But that's a separate story. But you start with one little seed. And I don't know if you can see, but all on this plant is growing the seeds that can be future cilantro plants that you can have a little bit of if you grow it in the right shade and don't let it get bolt immediately. But there must be 30, 40, 50 seeds on this plant that all started from one seed, which will produce 40, 50 plants that will have an abundance of seed all over the place. The tomatoes start from this tiny, tiny, tiny little seed and grow a delicious fruit that has 50, 60 seeds inside of it to grow 50, 60 more plants that have 5 to 10 or 20, or depending on what kind of tomato you got. And well, we won't get into my gardening skills. But anyway. Yeah, right. She's this is experience talking over here. Yeah. Anyway, we could go, that could be depending on what you think about my preaching, that could be a really condemnation of my gardening. But yeah. Or the pepper that's over there, the same thing. Seeds. So many seeds. And this is, I think, the lesson, one of the lessons to remember from this season, is that this is a world where seeds are abundant. And seeds produce plants that produce fruits that have millions of seeds, and it's on and on and on. And the parable, what Jesus was trying to say was that this world is a world where the love that is holding us is going around all the time sowing seeds. Just putting goodness and love and mercy and justice and all of the things that the love that holding us desires for us is being cast out into the world. There is a love holding all that we love, holding us. There is a love that is spreading seed all around us all of the time. I am not a great gardener, so I will say that there are different types of soil. It's true. We see it all the time. Things spring up, they fade away. The thorns, the thistles, the weeds. If you could see my backyard, oh my gosh. I don't know what this thing is, but it is a mighty force that wants to strangle everything. These things are real. I'm not telling you that they're not real. I'm not telling you that there's not other things trying to choke out the love that's all around us. But what I am saying is that we are here in this space. Together we hold this flame. Together we try to create a controlled burn to hit the weeds and the thorns and the thistles. Because we need to know here now that the love is holding us. We need to remember that this universe is spreading love all around us. And we need to be the soil that sees the seed coming, that looks out for the seed landing on us, that holds it, grabs it, buries it deep in our heart, and tries to produce something good. We are good soil. We can be good soil. And when we put our intention towards seeing the seeds of love and mercy and goodness being spread around us, when we focus ourselves on seeing those things, we hold it in our hearts, it produces tenfold, 30-fold, 100-fold. We know this. We know this when we spread love into the world, right? We see it reproduce. We see it grow. We see it change people and change ourselves. I'll confess to you again. I need to hear this song. I need to read these words. I need to know this truth. I need to hear it over and over again because I believe it. But it is hard. The world seems to be trying to choke all of this out. And it hits you hard, right in the face. But help me believe that there is a love. Help me believe that the seed is being spread all around. Catch it, hold it, produce fruit. Because in that fruit is more seed. More seed to share, more seed to spread. In the parable, Jesus is telling this to his disciples. He's telling them this so that they become people who spread this good news. He tells it to them so that they will hold it, believe it, and tell everyone that they meet. That they will be people of healing. That they will be people of mercy. That they will be people of justice in the world. So as we hear it today, we're being called in the same way. Hold the good news. Hold the love. But make it produce something in the world. Do it for me, because I need it so bad. Do it for yourselves. Do it for this community. Do it for the people of this world. There is a love. There's a love holding us, holding all that we love. We rest in that love, but you know, there's also unrest in that love, right? Yeah. I tell you what, let's rest for a minute. Let's take a little moment in silence. Take a couple deep breaths. Know that the love is all around us. Help us. Just let's try to center ourselves so that we can see it when we leave this place. Or, well, we can see it when we eat a bunch of good treats together. We can start seeing it then, but, and afterwards. All right, let's sing together. Oops. Let's sing together hymn 126, Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing. Sorry, I almost left the mic on, and you think I'm a bad gardener. Wait till you hear me singing. Anyway. As we extinguish this chalice, may it be that this flame this day burned away the things that keep you from seeing the love all around you. May it be that this flame, this time together, opened your hearts, opened the soil of who you are to the seed of the love that is all around us. And may you go from this place as people who bear fruit, people who spread joy, people who know the love and the justice and the mercy of all that is good in this world.
It's time for some announcements. I'm Gregory Mason, and we'll start with Joyce Fireball.
Well, my job in this church is to make you all happy after church. That means filling this out. This is always going to be on the snack table. If it isn't, go get it out of our storage closet because you need to sign up. I just want to say a few words about coffee hour. It's kind of become our lunch, and I'm one of the worst offenders. I expect a lot of food, and I eat my lunch here. That's not the whole point of that coffee hour. And there's a lot of people in the church I know who don't want to provide things because they think they have to bring too much. I'm thankful very much to Mary Beth and Kathy last week, and Suzanne did a wonderful job today. Rachel and Wendy are doing a terrific job, and of course we have all of Carl Hipp's leftovers today, so we have a lot. But in the future, please feel free to sign up for just one or two things. You know, we don't have to have our lunch here. Thank you.
The deadline for paper raise-write orders is today. If you need a form, see me, or if you have one to turn in. Brenda Trumbauer, our church administrator, is on vacation from July 19th through the 27th. If there is a congregational emergency during this time, please contact our co-presidents, Dina Lieberman or Dave Wilkinson. Frank Edgerton passed away at the age of 90 on July 14th. A service will be held at Marsh Meredith on August 1st. Visitation will be at 3 p.m., service at 4 p.m. with a small reception to follow. Frank's obituary is available on the Marsh Meredith website or via the link in this morning's email. Pastor Darren has been invited to return to Cuba on August 5th to help alleviate the suffering caused by the U.S. blockade. The OBUC Social Justice Committee and the Racine Coalition for Peace and Justice invite you to contribute needed medical supplies for the people of Cuba that Pastor Darren will deliver in August. He is working with the Interreligious Foundation for Community Organization that has been around for almost 60 years and the ICO Pastors for Peace. There is a box along the south wall on the table in Erman Hall to put things in. Needed are mosquito repellent with DEET, children and adult vitamins, ibuprofen, 81 milligram aspirin, cold and flu medications, syringes and needles, disposable gloves, and baby formula. This list can also be found in this morning's email. A complete list can be found on the clipboard by the donation box. Please bring to church or contact Diane Lang, Ruth Bradford Johnson, or Sonali Knotek with questions or to arrange a drop-off of supplies before July 31st. Do you have anything you'd like to add?
I'll just say as well that if it's easier for you to give money and you don't, have time to go out and grab things or whatever, if you go just to the church's, the First Presbyterian's website and click donate, there's a drop down there that you can donate to the Cuba mission, and yeah. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, and then we will use that to buy other supplies or maybe cover the extra bag that we have to take and those sorts of things. So that's another possibility. Thank you so much. I again thank you for your help last time that I went, and just appreciate it. Is it for me? Oh. Basically, they ask for pretty much all sizes for this. So I mean, anything. I don't see why not. As far as the expired things go, I know that people have taken expired medications and stuff like that too, because they lose a little bit of their potency, but they're still good. Yeah, but yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Pastor Darren. There is information about our church annual picnic on August 16th in this morning's email. I'd like to thank our volunteers today, our ushers, Colleen Wilkinson and Russ Skews, our coffee hour hosts, Chris Gasick, Wendy McKelvey, and Rachel Trobaugh, and camera and sound, Kaylin and Jen Simpkins. That's all for announcements. Please join us in Erman Hall for coffee hour, not lunch. For those on YouTube or on YouTube, log into Zoom for your coffee hour. The link is in today's email.